So, for anyone that watched the Olympics basketball, this is a big signing for the Atlanta Dream. Yeah, it's on a 7-day hardship contract. They might be out of the playoffs in 7 days, I think. Either way, I think the playoffs start Sunday. They could be out of the playoffs in 7 days. This is a player that is a great. I actually think this is such a smart idea, taking a swing on Kalu. I think it's such a smart idea. The Atlanta Dream, if they go and beat the Liberty in their last game at regular season, and I think the Liberty might just throw that game. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the Liberty do. Either they're going to try beat Atlanta by 50 because Atlanta are playing the Liberty. They are playing the Liberty in a completely meaningless game to the Liberty, but then they're going to be playing against each other in the playoffs almost certainly. There is a very slight chance. The only chance of, like, if the Sky lose to the Sun, the Atlanta Dream are in the playoffs. So I do think that it's going to be that. And this is going to be a huge signing. And shout out to Reddit, scrolling through there for some nice ideas. Some great threads recently on that website. I know it is always fun though seeing discourse in general, because at the end of the day, the more people talking about stuff for women's basketball, the better it's going to be, and the more different types of media coverage, the more people there are watching. For me personally, I just love basketball, and if I can keep talking about basketball and watching basketball as part of my job, I will be I'm so happy about that. And the reality is the fact that there is now media on the YouTube platform for everyone, regardless of what type of fan you are, is great. And as a fan of the freaking Olympics who watched every single game, Kalu was unbelievable. She was unbelievable. Like, she is 32 years old, and she hooped. Like, you can see right here, she put up 16 against America. But again, that's America. But 6 of 12. I thought she was so good down the stretch against Australia. She had 19 points, 4 of 6 from 3, 5 of 5 from the line, 18 against France, and 21 against Canada. And look, they beat Canada. Like, that cannot be... They beat Australia and they beat Canada. That cannot be, like... You can't downplay that. Like, you actually cannot downplay that game. They beat Canada by 9. Sorry, my laptop's going all fuzzy. It's not even going to let me scroll. But this Canadian team had Kia Nurse, Bridget Carlton, they had Shea Colley, who balled out. They had Aaliyah Edwards. They had Letitia, she's in the W, just not going to attempt to pronounce that name. And then young superstar Silas Swords. So this was a decent Canada team. But she came out, and again, the best player on the floor for Nigeria. Just like she was through most of the Olympics. Like, she went and had 21. And again, there were some games where Mukamara played really well. But Kalu was the star. She was the star. And I think this is a really good pickup for Atlanta, because she has shown she can score the ball. And when you're looking at this team, I know, like, if you're looking at this team, especially earlier on in the year, like when Jordan Canada was out, they had Crystal Dangerfield. They got rid of Crystal Dangerfield, who I think is a fine backup point guard. But now you've got Kalu, who just gives you more weapons. She gives you more, like, offensive weapons, because you've got Ryan Howard. And if Ryan Howard is not giving you 30, this team is going to really struggle. Because if she's not giving you 30, like, I think Alicia Gray is going to give you a solid 70 in most games. If Howard's not giving you 30, I don't think you got much of a chance against Liberty. Look, I don't think they have much of a chance against Liberty anyway. But I would really like to see Kalu play big minutes tomorrow night. I don't think she's going to play big minutes in the playoffs. I think she's going to maybe play 8 minutes a game, spark plug, if at all. I would love to see her play big minutes, because I do think that she's now in a position where it's like, I think she was good enough at the Olympics that she deserves a shot, especially because the Atlanta Dream, as far as their guards are concerned, not the greatest off the bench. Like, knew someone pick her up, especially after the Olympics. I kind of, why don't players already have it? She's better than the players they already have. Like, For the same reason Gabby signed with Seattle. Like, she is legitimately better than the bench players they have. Great pick up 6 woman off the bench. I doubt that's the role she's going to play with the team. Like, I really, really doubt it. But I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. Like, I'll look this up on my phone because I don't want to cause my screen to go absolutely crazy again. I do apologize. I don't have my proper setup. I don't have any sort of a proper setup here. So I do really want to apologize for any setup issues that there are right here. But the Dream don't have the depth of the Liberty. That's why I just think the Liberty are so good. They have more depth than anyone else. And I also think they're the best starting 5. But you've got now just added depth to the Dream. Like, the Dream have Tina Charles. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus is someone who obviously was an all-star last year. She's not been performing well this year. And, like, by all-star standards, I don't think she's been bad. But anytime I'm watching her, she hasn't looked like anything special. But if you're looking at the bench as far as guards are concerned, like, Ariel Powers, I think, is out, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Maya Caldwell, like, there's a reason why Indiana let her go. I think Maya Caldwell was with Indiana, wasn't she? Yeah. Like, there's a reason why she wasn't on the team this year. I'm pretty sure Maya Caldwell was the person that was celebrating with Erica Wheeler and Lexi Hull that they drafted Caitlin Clark. But they don't have much guard depth off the bench, and Kalu is at least going to be better than what they have as far as guard depth is concerned. Do I think she's going to make any sort of a major difference for the Dream in this series? I think the Liberty are just too good. I like the Dream. I think they're a good team. I just think the Liberty are a lot better than them. I don't see the Liberty losing. I genuinely don't. I'm like, you have got Stewie, who I know she was bad in the finals last year, but is the only player at that position that you can even say is comparable to AJ Wilson. You've got Sabrina Ionescu, who I do think is better than Kelsey Plum. Not by a crazy amount. I do think she's better. You've got Jonquel Jones, who's just elite. Yeah, as far as their other wings. Jackie Young's been on a post-Olympic slump. And Sloot and Chelsea Gray is a battle of who was the best point guard 3 years ago. So I don't think they're beating. I think the Liberty are going all the way, but this makes the series at least a little bit more interesting. The Dream getting that little bit better. Look, I don't think they got much of a chance at all, but they got a little bit better, and to be honest, that is all you can really ask for. So anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.